What happens when the only safe haven in a monster-infested fog becomes a breeding ground for human greed? Survivors believe they are safe indoors since monsters can only move within the thick fog. Amidst the chaos, a local shop owner decides to profit from the panic by selling limited food supplies. The owner jacks up prices ridiculously, charging $500 for a single meal and $50 for a bowl of rice. The desperate customers are outraged by this blatant price gouging. The owner coldly tells the hungry crowd that if they want to eat, they pay up, otherwise they can just leave. He claims the price hike is necessary to make people cherish the remaining food. While rumors of military rescue bring some hope, the atmosphere in the building remains tense. Many believe that the collapse of order has already triggered illegal acts among the survivors. A woman is seen in a state of despair after claiming her boyfriend turned into a monster. Tensions peak when a dormitory of a dozen people is broken into during the night. Su Wanli notices a student calmly studying a foreign language despite the apocalypse. He observes that this person possesses a dangerous level of patience and decides he must be cautious. Suddenly, a woman is seen tied up and screaming for help. She claims she heard living people calling from outside and begged to open the door, but no one believed her. The group dismisses her as crazy because there was nothing visible outside. However, Su suspects that the creatures might be far more terrifying than imagined and capable of mimicking human voices. The greedy owner continues to lure people with hot meals. He claims that sourcing ingredients during the chaos is difficult to justify his exorbitant pricing. Su realizes that in this volatile environment, anyone spending $500 on meat will be labeled a collaborator and targeted by the starving crowd. To avoid being a target, Su secretly orders a meal plan for his room. He pays a $20,000 deposit to ensure 3 meals a day are delivered discreetly. Su instructs the owner to deliver 2 portions to the second floor. This allows him to secure food without appearing as a wealthy target in public. Some survivors mock the wealthy for being leaks and wasting money on expensive food. They criticize those who are still playing by the old rules of commerce. Su ignores the insults, noting that those who speak without thinking will eventually be brutally educated by the reality of the New World Order. He thinks about Gu Ruijia, a girl from a wealthy tycoon family. Su finds it intriguing to imagine such a proud person being crushed by the desperation of the apocalypse. A conflict erupts between a loud survivor and others. Some urge her to stop provoking people, fearing that angering the desperate crowd could lead to a massacre. Behind closed doors, the owner plots to dilute the food and reduce portions further. He plans to claim a shortage tomorrow to drive prices even higher and make millions. An elderly man with high blood pressure begs for food, but the owner heartlessly has security drag him away. The crowd begins to scream that the owner is a monster. The situation turns violent as people attack the owner for his lack of morality. The owner responds with arrogance, claiming he didn't hit the old man. Infuriated by the crowd's complaints, the owner declares that if they don't like the price, they can get out. He then hikes the price of a meal to $1,000. The survivors reach their breaking point and storm the shop to loot the food. Chaos erupts as people fight for every scrap of meat and vegetable. While the mob loots, some opportunists hide food to sell at 10 times the price tomorrow. They believe the madness of the crowd is their golden ticket to wealth. The looting turns into a bloodbath as the owner fights back with lethal force. The shop becomes a scene of horror, transforming from a canteen into a literal hell. Terrified survivors start turning on each other to appease the violent owner. They seek a scapegoat to beat, hoping it will prevent the owner from killing them next. Meanwhile, Sue utilizes a mysterious system called Tunt and Mouse to store and multiply food. He realizes he can solve his hunger if he can expand his storage space. Sue retrieves a reinforced claw hammer from his system. The tool is heavily modified for impact and gives him an irresistible urge to crush something hard. Sue encounters a broken survivor who lost everything in the riot. The man is terrified by Sue's lack of fear, calling him a true demon who enjoys the chaos.
人没事就好。
Sue acquires a high-quality bone-cleaving knife from the shop ruins. He now possesses 2 deadly weapons, perfectly suited for dealing with the monsters outside. Sue observes that monsters are attempting to evolve to survive outside the fog. He concludes that staying indoors with closed windows remains the only absolute safety zone for now. Guru Ajia tries to buy food with large sums of money, but the sellers refuse. They realize that gold and cash are useless if they don't survive the night. People begin trading compromising photos for simple potatoes in the group chat. Sue mocks the desperation of the high society elite as their pride vanishes. Guru Ajia discovers her family's wealth has been wiped out by the crisis. Meanwhile, Sue buys old equipment for $50,000, knowing money is soon to be scrap paper. Sue ruthlessly beats a mother and child who try to steal his food, warning everyone that he has no mercy. He believes only those who adapt to the brutality will survive. The apocalypse. Will she survive this nightmare or be crushed by it?